So I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams. I'm not going to be doing long ones just to give everybody a heads up. I just want to make my points. And after I make my points, it's hasta la vista, baby. Okay. Making money. I just want to clarify this to all of you. If you don't know this already, it's easy. Making money is the most easiest thing in the world. Think of the most easiest thing you've ever done in your life. Like switching on a light switch, putting a light bulb in, whatever's easy for you, right? Money is even easier to make. That we as human beings are idiots. Okay, we're idiots that we make making money hard. It's like when it's easy. It's, in other words, we choose to make it hard. That's what we do. Investing in the stock market, let's talk about it. You might get lucky and you might pick a stock that is going to go really high and do great and all that shit. Okay. Or you might pick a stock and lose your ass. You lose all your effort money. The stock market is not a guaranteed way to make money. Stock market is just like the casinos. Okay. Same exact thing with cryptocurrency. You could be involved in a cryptocurrency. You got involved at the right time. It does extremely well, or you can lose your ass. Okay. Real estate is not the case. You buy a multifamily, let's say, asset. People pay you rent, guaranteed, passive income, cash flow, monthly cash flow every single month. Okay. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is why do we, as human beings, because we're all a bunch of friggin' mamalukes, we're all a bunch of idiots. Why do we speculate when we don't have to speculate? Okay, we don't have to speculate. You buy a multifamily property, money comes in, passive income every month, guaranteed. And you know what else is great about it is that there's no limits. Check this out. Like, let's say if you're a high achiever. Let's say if you're a high achiever and you're like, you know something, I want to make as much money as I possibly can. I never want to stop making money. Well, you could keep buying multifamily asset after multifamily asset after multifamily asset. There is no limits. You could, if you buy up the whole friggin' world, you could start building even more. There is no limits. It never has to stop. You can make as much effing money as you possibly can. And like I said, pretty much it's guaranteed. Okay. Nothing is guaranteed except death and taxes. Of course, you might have someone who goes through a financial hardship, but then of course you have the right as a landlord to evict that person and get someone else in there who obviously will be able to make the monthly rent. But it's pretty much in the pocket. It's pretty much a safe assumption that you will have a monthly passive income every single month owning multifamily real estate. Okay. So I like to call it easy. Now you might say, but why do you call it easy? Well, is there any hard work involved collecting rent? I don't think there's any hard work involved. I mean, okay, I'm not talking about maintaining the property. Of course, you have to hire the best contractors. You have to have the best people working for you. I'm not talking about that. The simple act of collecting that rent, the simple act of collecting that monthly rent is not hard work. Will everyone agree to that? It is not hard work to say to your tenant, you're not going to do it the first of the month. Time to pay me rent, mother effer. Of course, they can mail you a check as well. There's all these haters here. I'm not going to even answer these questions anymore. I'm here to talk about a specific issue. All right. If you want to participate in this conversation, God bless you and your family too. Even though you call me the father, it's fine. the real ape father, it's okay. Got to get that H in there, father. But anyway, Bruce, what you don't understand is this: by me doing this is work. Vladimir, what I'm doing right now is work. This is work. You are the guys who are sitting around. I'm not sitting around. I am conducting business. This is work. This is work. Okay, so let's continue. So would everyone unanimously agree that if you own a multifamily property and you're collecting rent, that is easy money? It's easy money. In other words, why do I call it easy? I want to reiterate. I call it easy because there is no work involved. There is no blood, sweat, and tears. There's no, as Vladimir says, college education. There's nothing involved. There is nothing involved in collecting rent. Anybody could do it. You do not need a college education to collect rent. You don't need to be a genius. You do not need to be a rocket scientist. Anybody can do it. So you might say, well, here's the problem. Ready? Ding, 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 ding. Who has the money up front? Who has the credit to acquire these multi-family properties? Okay. But what if I told you it didn't matter? You could have the worst credit in the world. Okay. What if I told you that even if you were a janitor, and I'm not making fun of janitors, but I'm just saying, if you were working at McDonald's, how about that one? If you were working at Burger King, okay, it doesn't matter where you work. It doesn't matter your occupation. It doesn't matter how much money you make a year. You could still be a part of this. You could still be a part of this. That's right. Worst credit in the world, almost no savings, living paycheck to paycheck, barely effing surviving. You can be a part of this. Now, let me be crystal clear. I am not asking anybody for any investments. So I just want to start off by saying this. The purpose of these live streams is to educate you. The purpose of these live streams is to make you understand that there is another way to become extremely successful in life. That's all it is. It is to open your mind to new opportunities. Because what is the average thing that everybody else does? Everybody goes out, like Vladimir says, right? Goes to college, for an extremely long period of time, gets a job. Okay. We talked about this already. And I don't want to keep repeating the same thing, but I'm going to just mention it in passing. The average American makes $50,000 a year. That is what the average, and this is Vladimir, these are what people with college educations, $50,000 a year. After you pay Uncle Sam 30%, $15,000, you're left with what? $35,000. You need $35,000 for you to live, right? Your family to live. You have to pay a mortgage. You have to pay rent. You have to buy food for your family. Yeah, entertainment expenses, car, gas, insurance, car insurance, life insurance, health insurance. I could go on and on and on. Most people are left with nothing. Let me repeat this, zero. Okay, zero. People are struggling in our country so much that they have to rely on getting payday loans that charge interest of anywhere between 200 to 300 to 400%. So somebody will say, "Can I borrow $1,000?" And they'll say, "Sure, pay me back 4,000. Pay me back $5,000." And people agree to this out of desperation. They agree to this out of desperation because people are having a hard time buying food every week. People are having a hard time surviving. And that's just the facts. All these people can keep fighting with me. All these people, listen to me, you can keep fighting with me all you want. Seriously, Vladimir, you could spend your whole entire life fighting with me, Ball Breaker, Bruce. You could fight. It doesn't change the facts. It doesn't change the facts. People are struggling. Now, we can't completely blame it on Joe Biden. Yes, his presidency was a complete joke. Okay. Inflation is at the worst levels I've ever seen. Okay. The economy sucks. Okay. Gas prices are through the friggin' roof. But if you want me to keep it fair, we can't completely blame it on Joe Biden. Okay. Obviously, when Trump becomes the president, you will see a lot of improvements. You will. I believe there will be a lot of improvements. He's a great president. I believe that there'll be no more inflation. I believe gas prices are going to be lowered. I believe the economy is going to do much better. I believe unemployment will go much lower. Trump is a great president. But even as great as Donald Trump is, he can't cure every problem. He can't. There are certain problems that are so strong and so powerful that not even if the president can't. Look, the president could only do a certain amount of stuff. He can't make your life completely better. He cannot hand you the American dream. He can't do it. Okay, you have to want to obtain the American dream yourself. But before you can get the American dream, you have to ask yourself, how can I get it? See, this is what nobody does. You know what nobody does in our country? I don't even think people do this in the world. Everybody wants the American dream. Everybody wants the American dream, but nobody asks a simple question. How can I realistically get it? How can I realistically get it? I'm not asking for anything, Antonio. Okay, so let's say you ask yourself that question. How could I get the American dream? Once again, I got to go back to the same analogy. The average American makes $50,000 a year. After taxes, 30%, they're making 35,000. After living expenses, food, health insurance, car insurance, life insurance, car payments, social security, disability payments. How much money do people have left? Not much. Like I said, and I don't want to repeat. If you go to hardcore porn, go on YouTube and do a search for less gold. Do a search for less gold, hardcore palm, excuse me, hardcore porn. Okay, do a search for that. You're going to notice that his business has tripled. His business has quadrupled. And what business am I talking about? The loan business, the porn business, where people are bringing in jewelry, gold, whatever the case may be, scrap gold or, jewelry, and they're getting temporary loans. They're getting loans just to get by the week, just to eat. They can't afford to buy food. Okay. Now, is this problem going to go away when Donald Trump becomes the president? No. Listen, I have to admit the truth. Look, Donald Trump will make things better. I mean, right now, it's insane to live under the Biden administration. It's a disaster. Donald Trump will certainly make things better, but he's not gonna listen. Donald Trump is not gonna hand you the American dream. You have to go out there and get it for yourself. Now, how are you going to get it for yourself? If you're making $50,000 a year and after you pay taxes and after you pay all of your expenses, living expenses, everything else, you're left with nothing. So how are you going to invest in real estate or invest in anything? Okay, you might start like a 401k, but that's going to take you your whole life. Okay, that's going to take you your whole life. You're going to have to contribute to that thing for about 20, 30 years before it's worth anything. Okay. So basically, you're going to have to bust your ass. You're going to have to bust your balls. You're going to have to bust your ass for 20, 30, 40 years. Life is very short. You know how many people I've met in my life who worked their entire life, and then once they reached retirement, they dropped dead of a heart attack? I can't tell you. You know how many people I met, they worked for like 30 years, and they're like, oh, I finally saved up enough money. I finally have a nest egg and I can finally retire. Then they're dead. And then they're dead. They die. It's friggin' sad. I'm not laughing. It's friggin' sad. Okay. Because people don't understand you don't have to kill yourself. See, people don't understand a simple thing. People don't understand a simple thing. Making money is easy. Making money is simple. Making money is easy. The hard part, now we're going to talk about it. The hard part is acquiring the assets, acquiring the multifamily properties that will bring in passive income every single month. That's the hard part because that requires upfront money. That requires very, very good credit. That requires all of that stuff. So now, how can a person, let's talk about this, who only makes $50,000 a year, who barely has enough money to survive, right? Barely has enough money to eat. Okay. How is this person going to acquire even one property, even one multi-family property? Never mind acquiring two, acquiring three, acquiring four, acquiring five, acquiring six, acquiring seven. It's never going to happen. This is called Disneyland, Peter Pan land, psychotic land. Okay. This is like the land of confusion by Genesis. It will not happen. Now it gets to my point. I'm not, okay, let me start off by saying this. I am not. Antonio Miranda, I want you to listen to me. Vladimir Pusin, I want you to listen to me. I am not asking anyone for money. Do you hear me? Am I coming in clear? Am I coming in clear? I am not asking anyone for money because that would be illegal. That would be, if I would say to you, I want to go out right now and I want to buy a multifamily property and I want to give all of you interest in that property, send me $10 each. That is illegal. Why is it illegal? Because I am not registered as a broker dealer with the Securities and Exchange Commission. I am not legally able to make an offering. Okay. Not yet. Okay. Maybe one day I will be. But what the point of this live stream is to educate people that if we eventually work together, like let's say I build up a gigantic following, like here's an example. Let's say it gets to the point where Apefather has like 100 million subscribers. Let's say it gets to the point where Apefather becomes one of the biggest YouTubers, if not the biggest YouTuber out there. I might be in a position at that point, okay, which can happen very quickly. I could be in a position at that point where I would sit down with top securities firms that are registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and I might be able to start talking about REITs. You follow me? Talk about REITs, talk about different ideas which we would register with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and then all of this could become a reality. Right now, it's just talk. Right now, it's just talk for entertainment purposes only. But let me just give you an example. Once again, the example I'm going to give to you is purely for entertainment purposes only. Let's say you had 1 million people. Once again, I said this in my last live stream. 1 million people who put up $10 a day. $10 a day. That's $10 million a day. $7 million a week. 70 million, $70 million a week. Okay. Understand this. Every single day, we would be able to acquire a $10 million asset, a $10 million multifamily asset, which will then in exchange be bringing in passive income every single month, constant money, easy money every single month. It starts day one, you have one property. Day two, you have two properties. Day three, you have three properties. Day four, you have four properties. Day five, you have five properties. Day six, you have six properties. Day seven, you have seven properties. After the end of the year, you have 365 properties bringing in passive income every single month. That is serious money. That is a shitload of effing money. A shitload of money. Now I ask you, and you could all laugh at me. I see this guy's laughing at me right now. I see a crypto snipe. He's got a big smile on his face. Okay, everyone's laughing. Maybe he's laughing at the fact that Teddy said DJT is over. I'm not sure what he's laughing at. DJT is not over, but that Vladimir is laughing. Okay. You're not understanding. People can't do it by themselves. That's it. Listen, a person who's making $50,000 a year, this is what you don't understand, Vladimir. A person that's making $50,000 a year after paying Uncle Sam 30%, after paying for his food, his mortgage, or his renting an apartment, car insurance, paying for his car, health insurance, life insurance, all kinds of expenses. It is a physical impossibility. This is what Vladimir Putin just doesn't understand. It is a physical impossibility for this person to even acquire one property. He can't do it. He can't do it. I repeat, can't. Impossible. Never going to happen. Not going to happen. But if he was part of a group, listen to me, if he was part of a group that only had to put up $10 a day, this guy can now be, or this woman, okay, not to be sexist, could be a part of acquiring a $10 million asset every single day. Do you understand? Like, think about the opportunity you would be giving that person. Think about the opportunity you would be giving that person. You're giving a person who has absolutely no chance, listen to me, zero chance of ever acquiring a multifamily property. No chance, never going to happen, never. You understand what the word never means? Do you understand what never means? Never going to be able to do it. You're giving them an opportunity to be able to acquire a multifamily property every single day. Every single day. Do you understand that? Every single day. Monday, we acquire a multifamily property. Tuesday, we acquire a multifamily property. Wednesday, we acquire a multifamily property. Thursday, we acquire a multifamily property. Friday, we acquire a multifamily property. Saturday, we acquire a multifamily property. Sunday, we acquire a multifamily property. 306. I'm not talking nonsense. Vladimir, it's simple math. I know you're, listen, I know math is not your subject. Believe me. I know you're not good with math. I know this is simple arithmetic. This is simple mathematics. You don't have to be Elon Musk. You don't have to be a genius to figure this out. I'm doing well, Mike Russo. I hope your family is doing well too, by the way. God bless you. I'm just making a simple point. The stock market sucks ass. Okay. I don't care what, look, God bless you, Antonio Miranda. I know you're going to make $10 million. I love Mike Russo. God bless you, brother. Thank you, brother. God bless. Listen to me. I know that Antonio, he says that he's making $10 million. Okay, God bless him. Most of the country is struggling. Maybe you're not struggling, Antonio, but there are certainly many people out there, many people out there who are struggling. Would you at least agree to that? Listen, okay, Vladimir, is everyone doing great? Vladimir, is everyone doing great? Okay, Vladimir's doing great. Listen, Vladimir's doing great. Vladimir's a multi-billionaire. Antonio Miranda is a multi-billionaire. Okay, but would you agree there are a lot of people who are struggling? There are a lot of people out there who can't even put food on the table. They can't even put food on the table. Okay, so Vladimir, these people look at you and all of your friggin' comments that you're a multi-billionaire, and they look at Antonio Miranda's comments. You know what they say? Go F yourself, you piece of human trash. That's what they say. Because these people, it's not they're living beyond their means. There are people, Vladimir, who can't afford to buy food. They're not living beyond their means. They're not living beyond their means. They can't survive in this inflation. They can't survive. Food prices are too high. Rent is too high. Okay, people you want to laugh in my neighborhood. Like, I'll give you an example. I own a house. Okay, but just to give you an example, to rent a house in my neighborhood is about $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Just to rent the house. Now, I'm not even including utilities. Okay, so just to rent a house in my neighborhood, $4,000 to $5,000 a month. Now you got to figure the electric bill. You got to figure the gas bill, right? You got to figure food. You got to buy food, right? You got to eat, right? Then you need a car, gas, car insurance. Guys, people don't have this money. They don't have the money. People don't have the money to survive. Okay. So, and this is, but you know what the really sad thing is? Forget about the fact that they don't have the money to survive, which is, that alone is, my God, is horrific. They're not saving any money. And this is the thing. Even if they were saving any money, what are they going to do putting money like the old Italians do? They put money in the couch. You want money to make money. Would you all agree? You want your money to ultimately work for you. You want your money to work for you and continue to make money every single month. So even if by some magical like thing that these people were somehow able to put aside $500 a year or save $1,000 a year, ultimately It's not earning them any money. It's not making them any money. And it's a complete waste of their time. That's what millions and millions and millions of people in our country, if not even in the world, billions of people are facing right now. Okay. Antonio, I'm not begging anyone for money. This guy, Antonio, when did I ask one person for money on this live stream? When did I ask one person for money? I didn't ask nobody for money. I didn't. You just keep saying it because you're a psychopathic, delusional psycho. I'm making a point. This is an educational live stream. This is an educational live stream. And you're just too stupid, okay, to understand what I'm saying. You do not have the IQ. You do not have the intellect to understand what I'm saying. Antonio, even if you're doing great, which both of us know is not the case, listen, both of us know, Antonio, that you don't have a pot to piss in. Antonio, I spend more money in a week. Antonio, I spend more money in a week on food than you have in your portfolio. I spend more money in a month on food than it's your entire family's generational wealth. Okay. You know what the truth is. Okay. You I spend $2,000 a week on food. Antonio, I spend more money on food in a month than you, your children, your children's children, their children will ever have. Okay, so cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit that you're Donald Trump. Cut the bullshit that you're Elon Musk. Okay, Antonio, cut the bullshit. Cut the bullshit. Seriously, okay? But anyway, getting back. Let's get. I know you have 10 million. Antonio, why stop at 10 million? Antonio, why stop at 10 million? Say you have 100 million. Antonio, say you have 100 million. Antonio, say you have 1 billion. Because Antonio, I'll tell you what, Antonio. Antonio, you're gonna have 2025. You're gonna have $10 million. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's meet up in 2025, and I'll tell you what. You show me that you have $10 million. Show it to me. Show it to me, and I'll give you $100,000. Now, here's the thing. If you don't have $10 million by December of 2025, you have to give me $1 million. Now, the reason why I'm going to times that by 10, listen to me, is because you're the one who's making this bet. Okay, do we have a bet? Antonio, let's put it in writing. Let's put it in writing. I'm not kidding you. Listen to me. I am offering you a 100% real bet that I want my lawyers to get. You have to provide your ID. You have to provide your social security. You have to provide. But listen, but he keeps saying it, Vladimir. Vladimir, to Antonio, this is a quick way for him to get $100,000. It is a quick way for Antonio Miranda to get $100,000. It's a simple bet. By December of 2025, if he proves that he has $10 million, I will give him $100,000. If he can't prove it, then I want 1 million. And if he doesn't have the 1 million, I will make a contract that will stipulate I will put liens on your paycheck. I will put liens on any asset you have, which is probably little to none, until I get $1 million. You let me know when you want to make that bet, Antonio. Since you're so confident, Antonio is so confident. You're so confident. Why? Listen to me. If you're so confident, you should make this bet in a heartbeat. You should make this bet a heartbeat. You keep repeating to me over and over and over again. I will have $10 million by 2025. Okay, great. December 2025. Let's make a bet. I'll tell you what, Antonio, I'll up it. I'll give you $500,000. How about this? Because I want to keep this fair. You could prove to me that you have $10 million by December of 2025, because we'll have lawyers and accountants look into this. I'll give you $500,000. And if you cannot prove it, you give me 1 million. That's fair. That's a fair bet. I have $500,000, Vladimir. On the record, listen to me. I have more than $500,000. Vladimir, I say this on the record. I have much more than $500,000. Much more than $500,000. Okay. See that? Does everyone notice how Antonio is not making this bet? He keeps repeating how he's okay. I will 100% guaranteed have $10 million by December 2025. But I will show it. Vladimir, here's how I'll show it. Have Antonio Miranda agree to the bet, and I will have my lawyer draw up a contract, and his lawyer will have to draw up a contract. Okay, whatever. Getting back to reality now getting back to, let's take a break from Peter Pan land. Okay, that everybody on this live stream is Bill Gates, everybody on this live stream is Elon Musk, and everybody on this live stream is Donald Trump. Okay, let's take a little break from the bullshit. Let's take a little break from the nonsense. Most people are struggling. This is the facts. Okay, they can't afford to survive anymore. They can't afford. People are getting evicted. People are losing their homes. People can't afford to put food on the table. Forget about saving. People are not saving. They don't even have money to put food on the table. Okay. So who thinks that things are going to dramatically get better for these people? Who believes that? Do you really believe that in your heart? Do you really believe that a person who's struggling, a person who is struggling to put food on the table next year, 2025, suddenly their lives are going to dramatically change? No, maybe if they hit the lotto. Listen, if they hit the lotto, their lives will dramatically change. Okay. Or if they have like Brewster's Millions, you know, the movie Brewster's Millions, if they have some friggin' uncle who leaves them $300 million, yeah, their lives will dramatically change. Other than that, their lives are not going to get better. And truly, it doesn't matter if Donald Trump is the president. Look, I'm saying this, and I'm the biggest Trump supporter. I'm the biggest Trump supporter in the world. But simply Donald Trump becoming the president, of course, he'll make the country better. Of course, world peace. He'll take care of our vets. He'll secure our borders. He will certainly make inflation go away. He will certainly do a lot. I'm not saying he won't do a lot, but is he really going to help that person who's only making $30,000 a year suddenly obtain the American dream? Absolutely not. That person's got to want to get, well, that's the whole point of America. You have to, it's called the pursuit of happiness. You know what I mean? You have to go out there and you have to do it. Now, the thing is, all I'm saying to you is this. If enough people could come to this simple exception, if they could just accept something, they have to accept an acceptance rather. If they could come to an acceptance, they can't do it. That's it. I know it's a hard thing. Look, listen, I know it's very difficult. I know it's sad. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But that's the first step is called acceptance. You have to come to the acceptance that most likely you're not going to be able to make it. You're not. That's it. I know that sucks. I know you don't want to hear it. That's the last thing you want to hear, but it's the truth root. It's the facts, Jack. That's it. So now you say, well, what can I do? What can I do? Right now, it's just conversation. Right now, it's not anything that I'm about to say to you is entertainment purposes only. I want to repeat, I am not asking anybody for money. I am not asking anybody for an investment. This is a conversation for entertainment purposes only. Okay? Antonio gives me a super chat. I have no idea why. I have no idea why this guy gives me a super chat, but thank you. Apefather says he will do it by himself, and he is a multimillionaire, right? Why does he need to constantly try to convince people to go into his fantasy? Antonio, I know you don't understand this. I'm working right now. I know that this is hard for your very small IQ that's in the single digits to understand, okay? I'm working. This is work. Okay. I am building an audience. I am working. I am doing it. Like, all right, Antonio, let me ask you a question. What happens when I have 100 billion views? Just hear me out for a second. Now, imagine at that point, I did not ask anybody. Hear me out. I didn't ask anybody for any money. Listen to me. I didn't ask anybody for any donations, no donations. I didn't ask anybody for no investments, but I have 100 billion views. Are you still going to tell me at that point? Are you still going to tell me that I didn't do anything? Like, are you still going to do that? I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. Antonio, that's right now. Would you agree that there are people on YouTube who are very successful? You see, you notice with Antonio, Antonio likes to base everything on what's called present day. Okay, this is what he does. Antonio bases everything on present day. Present day, I'm not a successful YouTuber. That's correct. He's right. He's right. But Antonio, here's what the facts are. I have 14,200,000 views. Do you have 14,200,000 views? No, exactly. So how do you know for a fact? How could you figure that my views are not going to keep going up? My subscriptions are not going to keep going up. And the more and more work I do, I will not reach the top. You don't know that. You're assuming. You're assuming. Okay. So stop assuming. You may The difference between me and Detective Pikachu is this. Detective Pikachu can't understand something. He just can't understand something. This is a guy who lost $100,000 in the stock market, Detective Pikachu. This is a man who he lost $100,000, right? So every day he'll say to himself, I made $600. Okay. Then one day he'll say, I made $1,000. Then one day he'll say, I made $500, right? Okay. But Detective Pikachu, how much are you still down on your portfolio? Be honest. Let's see if he'll be a man. Let's see if he'll. So Detective Pikachu, add the $600 that you made today. Okay. Add the $1,000 that you made yesterday. Add the $1,500 you made the day before. What are you down? Like 70,000? Okay, he's the he's down $72,000. I can't, I'm sorry. I want everyone to understand. This is the type of people we're dealing with. Friggin' morons. Friggin' low IQ, single digit idiots. Idiots. Okay, my idea. You want to hear my idea, Detective Pikachu? Listen to me. Not that I'm saying that I'm doing it because it's entertainment purposes only. You don't lose money in real estate. Okay, the only people, listen to me, the only people who lose money in real estate are idiots. I've owned multiple homes. I have never lost money in real estate. I have never lost money in real estate. Yes, you want to know where I lost money? In the stock market, just like you, Detective Pikachu. Just like you, I lost money in the stock market, which is why the stock market can kiss my friggin' ass. FUCK, the stock market. I have such. Can I tell you something? I have 10% of my money in the stock market. And let me tell you something. I'm actually thinking about taking it out. You want me to tell you the truth? I don't even think I want any money in the stock market anymore. The stock market sucks rhinoceros effing ballsack. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, listen to me. If it wasn't for Donald Trump and if it wasn't for DJT, I would have no interest. I would have no interest. You know what? My primary portfolio is DJT. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, if it wasn't for DJT, I would have absolutely no interest in the stock market. The stock market is for losers. The only winners of the stock market are Ken Griffin, Citadel. He's the winner. He's the winner. Okay? He's the winner, not you. Okay. Anyway, listen, Detective Pikachu, in a very short period of time, I'm going to tell you something. November 5th, Detective Pikachu. November 5th, after Trump wins, I'm probably going to focus only on real estate. Okay. Right now, because of Donald Trump, I'm very interested in DJT. All right. But that's it. But other than that, the stock market sucks ass. The stock market is a joke, and that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Stock market is a joke. You're all jokers. You're all there to make Ken Griffin richer. You go on your Robinhood accounts. You make this guy richer. Every time you buy stock, every time you sell stock, you make him richer. That's all you do. So congratulations. Okay. He's not down, Detective Pikachu. You're down 72,000. He's up 72 friggin' billion probably with Citadel. Listen, you're the one crying. You're the one crying. Listen, guys, I did phenomenal with DWAC. I did phenomenal with DJT. Okay, I hate to break it to all of you. That's my only interest. My interest is Trump. My interest is Trump. I really don't have that much interest in anything else. You want to know the truth? Look. I still got Amy, I still got Gabby, but I got to tell you the truth. My primary focus, I was very happy about that GameStop run, but my primary focus is Donald Trump and DJT. That's it. That's my primary focus. Other than that, real estate, cash, and gold. Real estate, cash, and gold. That's it. Look, I don't listen, Grim Reaper, understand something. Everybody in this world has to do what's best for them. You understand? Look, if you all love the stock market so much, God bless you. Congratulations. Keep doing whatever it is you got to do. Keep doing whatever it is you got to do. For me, it's about real estate. Okay, that's it. Listen, you feel the way you want to feel, and I feel the way I want to feel. I made a major mistake. I should have never got involved in AMC. It was the biggest mistake of my effing life getting involved in AMC. It was the biggest mistake. But let me tell you something. It's a mistake I will not repeat. Oh, I learned my lesson. After I got my ass handed to me with AMC, I smartened up. I smartened up. You love Robinhood. Well, you're an idiot because Robinhood is the enemy of retail. But anyway, it's 41 minutes. I'm out. I told you I'm not going to be doing long live streams. I'm going to be doing a lot more, though. V for victory. Look, you're going to see, you know what Antonio Miranda is going to see? Antonio, one day I'm going to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. And it's not just going to be because of my talks of my dreams or my talks of all these goals I have. I'm going to be doing a lot of music videos. You see, I do music videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of piano tutorials. I'm going to be doing a lot of comedy videos. I'm going to be doing a lot of food videos. And I will become the biggest YouTuber in the world. And it's only a matter of time before you see every idea I have come to fruition. Okay. And Detective, listen, by the time I have my fifth multi-family property, Detective Pikachu will go from being down 72,000 to being down 65,000. So Detective Pikachu is still going to be watching me. I'll have 5 multi-family properties. He'll be like, Apefather, guess what? I just made $1,000 today. I say, where are you at now? How far are you down? I'm 65,000 in the negative. You keep up the good work, Detective Pikachu. With that said, V for victory. Everything I said in this live stream is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. It is all entertainment purposes only. Take care, brush your hair. See you. Hate to be here.